So today, really exciting day. We are, let me shove this boot off first. We are fishing in the spot where I caught my first ever tarpon by myself. So it's a really cool spot to me. It actually means a lot to me. And it's pretty hidden and secretive. So yeah, it's really nice. While everybody else is out on their like $100,000 boats.
Hi.
How you doing? We put our boots on and go explore these little backwater pockets that have hands down my favorite fish in it. That being a juvenile tarpon. Yeah, you heard it right. Juvenile tarpon. I don't really care for like the huge ones because you have to go offshore, off coast. You have to have a boat. It takes hours to reel them in. When you get them in, you can't really take them out of the water. I mean, you can get a cool picture of them, but it's not as cool as these little micro tarpon, as everybody calls them. Yeah, they're just really fun. They make for a lot of fun when you're using like light tackle. So we're using, oh, whoops, did that backwards. So today we're using my 8-weight setup. I am running a 20-pound leader to a 30-pound bite tippet. It's a little bit overkill. I have used 20 to 20 before, but if you catch more than like one juvenile tarpon on that, it's pretty much frayed and it's done, so you gotta change it anyways. So that's why we upgraded to the 30-pound bite tippet, just so hopefully we don't get broken off as much. But ooh, let's get that around. Other than that, we are going to strap in. Oh, ooh, that's a little tight. I got a little bit of a gut. Strap in. Throw those in the truck. Ooh, don't get the truck dirty. Grab our little fly rod right here, and hopefully go catch my favorite fish in the world. Let's go see what happens. Okie dokie. So this is the spot we like to go fish. Well, I haven't really been back here and it's probably been a year. But it's always so funny to me because there's people that launch their boats right there. As you can tell, that's probably like a, I don't know, $60,000 boat or something. But where we're gonna go is right on back here. We are gonna weasel our way through these really cool, I think is it a lagoon? It might be a lagoon, I'm really not sure. I'm really bad with my bodies of water. But go right back here and try and get on some tarpon. And this is where I can let him go in 3, 2, there you go. Have a blast, bud. Oh man, I love it back here. This is the spot where I caught my first tarpon by myself. A lot of fun. These fish are like just the right size. If we catch one today, which fingers crossed we do, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. They're not too big, not too small. They put up a really good fight, and they're just beautiful little fish. So I'll stop talking and yeah, enjoy the views. So we made it to spot number 1. I think, honestly, I think there's like 3 or 4 spots if I can remember correctly. But it's just a bunch of these little things like that are in front of me, just a bunch of these little pockets that hold these little juvenile tarpon in them, if they are here right now. I haven't been down here in a hot minute, so I'm quite unaware of what's what anymore, if I'm being quite honest. I got way too much line stripped out. That's what's so fun about these little spots, is you don't need a whole lot of line stripped out, and you can use relatively light gear, and you're using these tiny little flies. Let's see if that cast does anything. if I can remember anything, these fish are very active when it's hot outside. So we just got to spot number 2. I must have skipped, well, this is technically spot number 3. I must have skipped spot number 2, just not knowing where I'm at, honestly, because I haven't been down here in quite some time, as my dog is probably about to fall off this and go into the drink. But we're gonna fish this little pocket and then keep moving down. We honestly didn't spend a lot of time at that last pocket. We'll probably head back there later. I think what I'm gonna do is just go see what these spots look like and then backtrack and then obviously keep fishing them. It's only, I think, if even, like 2 o'clock at the moment. So we got plenty of time to possibly hook up into a fish, which is always good news. But honestly, these spots they actually look like they've gotten smaller. I don't know if these mangroves have just grown that much in the past. I don't know how long it's been, but I mean, there's obviously a possibility of that. Ooh, that was a good cast. That was a sick cast right there. But yeah, we'll just keep casting around and see if anything comes out and bites. Like this pocket right here, I mean, it's pretty freaking deep. I mean, if you can see, the GoPro wants to show, it goes pretty deep down. So, I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that a fish would be in here. Made like an ingenious discovery, and it's, I mean, if you have 2 eyeballs, you can tell the water is actually flowing from here and it's going down. It's going out that way. So we should probably be casting over there, which we will do once these people walk by, and yeah, we'll continue fishing. Let me grab my camera real quick. Just go over here. My dog tries to run off with those people. Okay, I gotta go first, bud. Okay, or you go first. Okay, have fun. Don't fall in. Don't look at me. I'm not going in there for you. Looks back at me like I'm gonna freaking save him if he goes in. Let's strip off a good amount of line. Don't really see any possible snacks behind us. Give that guy a good old cast out there. Maybe there'll be something in here. I mean, the bait, if there is any in that little pocket's getting pushed right underneath us and into this little concoction, if you want to call it that. So maybe, just maybe, there's this beautiful little freaking lagoon we're casting in right now. I mean, oh, if I had like my paddle, oh my god. I might have to bring my paddleboard out here, guys. I might have to do that. That might be a necessity. So we've been throwing around this little minnow imitation right here. It's like a little glass minnow. I think we're gonna switch to something maybe a little bit that has like a little bit bigger of a presentation, and also kind of sinks a little bit better than that guy. So I'm gonna go in here and God willingly, pull this out if it wants to let me. And we are going to go with, ooh, don't fall. We're gonna go with this little guy right here. I think it might sink a little deeper, has a bigger presentation. I mean, it also looks really good. So we're just gonna switch the fly that I have on there right now for this guy. Yeah, let's see what happens. It's a huge dolphin right there, so I don't really think we're gonna catch anything in this water. It's actually really funny because, oh, yep, there it is right there. Last time I was down in this spot, which was like a year ago, like I've said before, that the dolphin was in here as well, and we didn't end up catching anything. And now my dog is stepping on my fly line, and he's in the shade. The dolphins are in this spot, so we're having a great day right now. Hi, Mr. Dolphin. Oh man, just a little update. So it's gotten a lot hotter, but I think we're fine. We have my life straw water bottle, and he has plenty of water that I packed. Other than that, we've been just throwing around multiple flies. I think we're on our third or our fourth fly. I think we might switch again to just something a little bit smaller than what we have tied on. It's all about just rotating through your flies as much as possible, just to see what these little backwater tarpon want. And yeah, and then once you kind of find a fly and it gets bit, you pretty much just stick to that, hope you have enough of them. And yeah, that's what we're kind of trying to make happen right now. I think we'll give this like another hour of walking. We actually haven't been down this way or anything yet, so kind of exciting. Can't really rely on Google Maps because it might be outdated or something like that, and we might actually find like a little pocket that cuts off back into these mangroves back here, and we can actually fish. So we're just gonna keep walking this, and then hopefully find something to fish. If not, we're just gonna head all the way back. I think I brought a pineapple. With me. I'll probably eat that, and then we'll head back out. Yeah, that's all. We've pretty much got all day, so fingers crossed we hook into something. If we don't, oh well. Still an absolutely beautiful day outside, and yeah, I'm pretty lucky to be able to do this. And yeah, it's really not a loss if I don't catch anything. Catch you guys in a little bit. So I guess we've walked so far back that we came up upon somebody's private property, which sucks. Let Pep chill out here for a little bit, but yeah, I think that just kind of makes things easier in a way. So we're just gonna walk back to the car, which is probably like a mile and a half realistically. We're gonna switch flies out, probably gonna chill for a little bit, eat that pineapple if it is in the cooler, fingers crossed, and yeah, kind of go from there. I'm thinking maybe we just stay put and see what these fish do a little bit later. Come on, bud. See what these fish do a little bit later. Maybe they come out a little bit later. I don't know. In the past, I've had decent luck catching them in this kind of weather where it's just brutally hot out. Sun's right above your freaking head. I've had decent luck catching them. Today's just a little bit different. That's why it's called fishing and not catching. I do have, however, one other spot that I do want to check out. I don't know if the tarpon have made it up there yet, and I don't know what the water looks like. So, yeah. I don't know. I might have to take a gamble. I don't know. I don't know. Don't know what we should do, but obviously I'll keep you guys updated. But we are going to walk back to the car and hopefully go and enjoy a pineapple. You gonna take a detour? And we're gonna make a little stop. Oh, that's a spider web right to the mouth. Mmm, delicious. Come on, bud. Ow, that's my head. That's my head. Oh, that's my backpack. Oh, yep. That's my noggin. Pat, come on. Oh, rod's stuck on something. Oh, just go like that. Just want to get my boots wet, bud. Yeah? Okay, screw. He said yes, I'll say yes. Oh, that's a big step. Feel like I'm fishing in an aquarium right now, bud. Oh, come on, Mr. Mangrove. Give me my fly line back. Thank you. Stay. Pep, you're supposed to stay. You're not supposed to come out here. Ooh, this water feels crisp. That's even if this doesn't like just completely sink down. Because if I start sinking too much, obviously I gotta get out of this. I don't really think this is worth it, if I'm being quite frank with you. Is this saltwater? Yep, that's saltwater. Ooh, that's salty. Pep, what are you doing back there? Kind of gotta watch your footing, because if you don't, Pep, you gotta go back. I don't want you to be out here and then you freaking float away. I don't need a floating dog. Ooh, that's... Oh, we're sinking. So I let my dog lead me out into the ocean again. So yeah, here I am. I mean, this is actually a lot nicer. I will give you props. You did find a good spot. I'll give you credit where credit's due. The bottom's a lot harder, and I can actually, like, you know, stand on it without having to worry if I'm gonna sink to the depths. Fun fact, where I'm actually at, no, I don't know if it was this spot or another spot, but we have seen alligators in the water. So always just keep that in mind when you're fishing saltwater and you're like, oh, there's no alligators in there. I hate to break it to you, but just like Jeff Goldblum says, nature finds a way, or whatever. I think, isn't that the saying? Yeah. I mean, but even if we don't catch anything today, I mean, look at this though. Like, seriously, look at this. Like, come on, this is beautiful. There's a dead crab right here. That is a very, very dead crab. He's right there. I don't know if the GoPro picks it up. Don't really want to pick him up though. He's dead. As my dog just meanders in the background. Look at how huge this conch shell is. Look at that. I'm a size 10, I believe. Let me move my line. Look at that thing. That thing's huge. Look at that. That thing's as big as my foot. So if you can tell, we're obviously not at the same spot, which means I'll kind of change my plans. So we're fishing a spot this morning, and honestly, none of those spots really look good. They're not like what they used to be. They used to be really freaking good. I can actually leave a link down below to a video that I did there. I'm trying to get this freaking thing out of my mouth. But I'm going to leave a link to the video below of what it used to look like and the fish that used to be in there, and it was a lot of fun. But I don't know, over time I guess the mangroves just grew and it just kind of suffocated the water, and the water's like so freaking tiny and just small right now. So we're at this other spot. I can't lie, I walked down there and I mean, it just doesn't really look all that good, but we're here, so we're gonna make the best of it. There's a crap ton of tilapia, which I've never caught tilapia. They're always so skittish. I don't know if we're gonna catch one today, but we'll stay hopeful. Might take like a little woolly bugger down there or something. But other than that, we're just gonna go down here, cast around, get some practice in, if anything. Yeah, just have a good day. Maybe we see a tarpon, maybe we don't. Yeah, but I'm gonna keep eating this pineapple, then we'll put on our pack and head to the water. So this spot's kind of crapola, and it's just filled with a bunch of big tilapia, which I'm just never really good at catching. So it's story time, because that's what every fishing YouTuber does when they're not catching anything, right? So this spot is really, it's really funny to me, because I actually quit my job, my old job, 2 months early, because I hooked into a tarpon here and I was gonna move, and I was like, well, might as well quit my job. And then I think it was for like 2 months, yeah, like I said, 2 months, I would just come down here and I would just look for tarpon. Sometimes I wouldn't even cast my rod. I would literally just sit up there on that little hill right there and just look down and just glance over everything, just glass over everything, and just see if there's any tarpon activity. Oh, that's tilapia, by the way, you just saw. I would just look to see if there's any tarpon, and I'd come up with patterns and everything. I knew that they would start feeding at like 7:15 on the dot, let's say. So I'd come down here at like 7 o'clock, get in the spot, get my fly ready, blah blah blah. Now you might be asking, oh well, why don't you have any videos of those? Another funny story. At the time, I was just starting YouTube, just getting into it. I don't even know if I had a GoPro yet. I know I didn't have my nice camera. And I had my now fiance, I had her old Apple MacBook, and I was using iMovie, and the MacBook conveniently decided to poop out. So that's why I don't have any of the footage or anything. I might have had my GoPro, I might have some of the footage, but I didn't catch anything down here. And I think I hooked into like maybe 2 or 3 of these tarpon in those 2 months. And I mean, it's just the reason why I absolutely love these fish. If I make 20 more videos of me catching, or for me fishing for tarpon, and I don't catch anything, then really you're just getting like that much of a taste of what that much right there, that much of a taste of what it's like to target these awesome fish on a fly in Florida. And yeah, it's not easy. It's really not easy. It's really not easy, but it's really fun. Again, I'm really just blessed to be able to even do this, to now live in a state where these awesome fish live. And yeah, that's just, if we don't catch anything, I don't know. It's not the end of the world. It's what a lot of fishermen, I don't feel like these days, understand. It's not the end of the world if you don't catch anything. You just take it on the chin, learn what you learn, keep going, keep trying, and yeah, that's that. But we're just gonna keep trying. I think the sun is gonna go down any moment now, really. I think it is 6:39 right there. I think it gets dark these days at like 8 or something, so that's nice. But yeah, we'll just continue to keep trucking along and see what we find. Well, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed.